How did Dan Levy's relationship with his on-screen sibling mirror real life? Why did the entire cast of Schitt's Creek go to Italy? And what made Anna Murphy call Katherine OHara a witch? Hi, I'm Dylan. Here's what we know about the behind-the-scenes relationships between the cast of our favorite Canadian show. Eugene Levy is a super proud dad. Schitt's Creek is a story about family, and the show is definitely a Levy family affair. Yes, Eugene and Daniel Levy are father and son both on and off screen. But did you know that Dan's sister Sarah has also worked on the show since the very beginning? Although her character, Twyla, is not a part of the Rose family, she's still very close to them. Eugene revealed he was happy to have an opportunity to work with both of his children. You don't always get to spend this much time with your adult kids in any other profession. You see them maybe once a month? Cherish every moment, because one day it won't be happening. The Levys co-stars Annie Murphy and Katherine OHara dished that Eugene used to go over to the monitor and watch Dan and Sarah perform their scenes. Like an insane dance mom, not knowing the lines, but like really there with them, Murphy said. That didn't stop. That was a season 1 to the end of season 6 scenario, which we just loved to watch. Amazingly, in real life, Eugene Levy was quite a strict dad. Dan recalls that although they were a well-to-do family, Eugene and his wife, Deborah Devine, were determined not to let a privileged life go to their children's heads. Once, when Dan was 15, they dropped him off in front of a Gap Kids, telling him not to come home until he had a job application in his hand. It might sound harsh, but Levy credits his parents with keeping him and Sarah grounded. I think what my mom's big message through all of that was, I don't want to take away the joy of earning something yourself. Still, Sarah and Daniel say that there was zero pressure to get into acting. It just seemed like a natural thing for both of them. Sarah Levy was happy to not be one of the Rose family. Although Twyla Sands is Sarah's first major acting role, the actress wasn't intimidated by her family's success. On the contrary, it was appealing to her to play a role that wasn't a member of the on-screen family. When the show first came out, everyone assumed that she would play Alexis, and she just loved that it wasn't the case. I loved that people didn't know that I was related in any way because I was able to do my own thing. However, she totally enjoyed spending long hours on set together with her dad and brother. Sarah shared that it was the first time she had worked with either of them before, so it was a big deal for her, which she didn't take for granted. It's been a dream to be able to spend 3 months with them every year for 6 years. I've learned so much. The actress also admitted that there was an instant chemistry not just for the Levy trio, but for the entire cast as well. And she especially liked watching her brother and co-star Annie Murphy play out arguments as siblings. Sarah revealed that it was funny to see Annie pushing his buttons further than she would. Moreover, sometimes she thought that Murphy looked more like a Levy than she herself did, her eyebrows in particular. But, jokes aside, although they first met on the set of Schitt's Creek, Sarah and Annie had so much fun working together that they are now exceptionally close in real life. And what about Murphy's relationship with her on-screen family? Annie Murphy's life-changing moment. Amazingly, Dan Levy knew from the very start that Annie was perfect for the role of Alexis. But when he sent her audition tape to Eugene, the older Levy had a really hard time wrapping his head around the fact that Murphy was a brunette. It turns out, in his mind, Alexis was blonde. So the show creators asked Annie to audition again, but this time for the role of Stevie. Fortunately, several weeks later, Dan called her and asked if she would like to play his sister on the show. Murphy confessed that it was a life-changing moment for her. I was so excited about that, I forgot that I would have to actually act with these people who I'd idolized for so long. The night before, I was like, what have I done? However, on the first day of work, she realized that in many aspects, Dan was as super green as she herself was. So they were learning together, with the help of their more experienced co-stars, of course. Annie shared that Eugene Levy and Katherine OHara were so nice to her that she felt accepted and protected from the very start. On the other hand, watching them working on set was like a revelation. Even the way Katherine chooses to pronounce a word can shock you to hell. I don't know how she does it, but she's a witch. What an affectionate term to call the iconic actress. Dustin Milligan loved puns a bit too much. The guy who managed to sweep Alexis Rose off her feet stole our hearts as well. And what was their relationship like in real life? Amazingly, Dustin is Annie Murphy's self-proclaimed biggest fan. However, he found kissing her on camera an extra awkward experience. Why? Well, did you know that in the scenes where their characters kissed, Milligan sometimes had to stand on an apple box? See, Alexis is often wearing her platform shoes, so on set, Annie was usually taller than Dustin. As a result, not only was he craning his neck forward like some kind of ungodly giraffe to kiss Annie, but he was also propped up because he wasn't really tall enough. Offset, Dustin and Annie are very close friends. He's such an awesome dude too. Super smart, super funny, reveals Murpy. He gets cast because he's very beautiful, but he's also a real weirdo and a real character. Milligan loves puns, and although Schitt's Creek is not exactly an improv show, he kept sneaking them in. It made the crew laugh every time, so the show's writers eventually let that become a regular part of his character, and that definitely added to the show's popularity. Annie and Dan are almost like siblings. These two bonded from the very beginning of the show. Murphy revealed that she and Dan had a weird connection she just couldn't explain. We didn't know each other before the show, but as soon as we met, it felt like we'd known each other for years and lifetimes. From the first episode, their sibling bond and rivalry just developed naturally. They even had a big on-set fight over pizza. According to Murphy, they got into a heated argument about which fast food pizza is the best, and Daniel got so upset that he ordered 5 different pizzas from 5 different places and made everybody have a taste test at lunch. To bring their characters to life, Annie and Dan also stole each other's mannerisms, just like real-life brothers and sisters do, especially if they have to share a motel room for years. In my mind, siblings share gestures and facial expressions and intonation, shared the actress. I really did start watching him and taking little bits and pieces from him. I think he did the same with me. Still, as the show's creator Daniel Levy provided space for her, so she was able to add some of her own impulses and ideas to the role of Alexis. That made the show collaborative and truly family-like. Katherine OHara and Eugene Levy used to date. The family dynamics between the Roses is almost palpable, and a pivotal element of the show is the relationship between Johnny and Moira. They've been married for so many years. So how did the veteran actors bring that to life so vividly? Eugene Levy revealed that he and Katherine shared a long-term working relationship that created a kind of comfort factor found in marriage in a very effortless kind of way. Both actors entered the entertainment industry in the early 70s, so all in all, their friendship goes back over 40 years. OHara confirmed that their previous collaborations really helped them, so they were used to supporting each other and looking out for each other. Thankfully, everyone seemed to work that way on this show, said the prolific actress, but that's not the whole story. It turns out Katherine and Eugene briefly dated each other while they were both aspiring comedy actors. There's nothing sexier than making each other laugh. I think everybody tried dating everybody. However, they only went on a couple of dates. OHara confessed that she's glad the romantic relationship didn't work out, because they probably wouldn't be such great friends and wouldn't be able to work together so often. Dan Levy took the Schitt's Creek cast to Italy. The entire cast of the show got very close during their 6 years together, so even when the camera wasn't rolling, they still spent a lot of time together. Fortunately, you can get glimpses of them partying or making behind-the-set selfies in their Instagrams. It seems like the actors have fun even during press tours, in Vegas for example. Dan Levy praises Katherine OHara and his father for creating this open and honest and free environment where everyone could give their best. He considers the Schitt's Creek filming experience a rare opportunity and a truly special time. It's been very special, but at the same time, I think what's been so special about the entire process is that our whole cast and crew have become a family, Levy confessed. And to thank his castmates for all the amazing moments they shared, he took the cast to Italy as a wrap gift. The comedy series co-creator came up with the idea for the trip to show his gratitude for the past 6 seasons. So he got a house in Tuscany where they all hung out for 2 weeks, and all they did was cry, laugh, and eat. Levy remains surprised and grateful for the recognition that Schitt's Creek has gotten, and for the opportunity of working with so many amazing people. And we, as the viewers, and definitely the fans, hope that it's not the last time we hear about this awesome cast. Who knows, maybe the Levys would consider a sequel or a spin-off. Would you watch that? Let us know in the comments, and thank you for staying awesome!